Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Power Up today on this Tuesday, March the 21st. And good to be on with you today. Man, it looks like they're saying it's going to warm up nice today, be in the 40s this afternoon, and that is exciting. Love this little bit of a warmer weather. I don't mind the coolness so much of it, but I like it a little bit warmer. The 40s is a good start, and man, excited about that. Our snow is disappearing, and man, it's just incredible to see the change in the seasons. We'll see if this is the official change into the spring. Who knows? We may see some more snow. I think they said that we might actually get some snow today, actually, is what they were saying. So we'll see about that. Thank you for being on today. Once again, welcome. Hit that share button so that others can jump on as well. I see several of you have already commented. Thank you for that. Let's continue to comment throughout and would encourage all of our viewers to comment as they watch. All right, we're going to be in Job chapter number 36. We're going to finish out this chapter today, and hopefully it'll be a blessing to you as we look and see. I love the first part of the first verse we're going to read here in verse number 26, Job 36, verse 26, where it says, "Behold, God is great." And we could spend the rest of the day here just on those four words. Behold, God is great. We serve a great God, an awesome God, a wonderful God. That word great has many descriptors, many adjectives that would describe that word great. That is who our God is. And I love this thought as we consider even the plight of Job. God is greater than any difficulty that we're going to face. God is greater than any challenge. God is greater than any heartache. God is greater than any enemy that we're going to face. And that ought to bring great courage to our hearts as we seek to live for the Lord, knowing that God is great, or that God is greater than anything. That is truly incredible. And so what an awesome start here as we consider this. We're in Job 36. Look down at verse number 26. Behold, God is great, and we know him not. Okay, what does that mean? We know him not. Does that mean that we can't know him? Does that mean that we can't have a personal relationship with him? No, that's not what that means. It says that we know him not. It means that our minds can't even fathom the greatness of our God. Our minds can't comprehend who God is and how awesome he is. We try, and we even read about the greatness of our God in the Bible, but that's just scratching the surface. Until we get to heaven, we won't fully understand how great our God is. Now, get this. Behold, God is great, and we know him not. Neither can the number of his years be searched out. What does that mean? That means that our God, he did not have a beginning, and he will not have an end. His numbers cannot be searched. We cannot go back and find out, hey, this is where God came into existence. That's not valid at all, because no man, it says, neither can the number of his years be searched out, because he is an eternal God. That's the God that we trust. A God that has a beginning had to have been created. And that is not a true God. The God that is a true God is a God that has done the creating, a God that has always been, a God that is self-sufficient and needs nothing or no one. That is the God that we serve. That is the great God that we serve. I like this. When we went down to see the Ark in Kentucky, and if you ever get a chance to go see the Ark, do it. It's pretty incredible and to see. But we heard the individual that kind of runs all of that, who's in charge of that, Dr. Ken Ham, and he says this in regards to refuting evolution, the teaching thereof. He says this often. He says, "Were you there?" And in regards to things evolving, things changing, he says, "Were you there?" And what a great thought that is. Were you there? And I consider that even in regards to God and His beginning. Was anybody there to number His years? And the answer is no. Was anybody there to witness evolution? The answer is no. Was anybody there to witness creation? What's the answer to that? The answer is yes. Our God was there. And He wrote down creation and how it happened in this book right here. And so God was there at creation. And God has always been, as we know, even from verse number 26, that we cannot search out the number of His years. Now, let's look at a little bit of His greatness, a little bit of His power, and really the intricacy of His design of the earth and the systems of the earth. Look at verse number 27. For He maketh small the drops of water. They pour down rain according to the vapor thereof, which the clouds do drop and distill upon man abundantly. What we're looking at here is the water, the process of water, the water cycle we call it. And I just asked the kids just to test them to see what they know, and I just asked them before we got on, hey, give me the steps to the water cycle. And it's listed here in verse 27 and 28. For He maketh small the drops of water. The drops of water becoming very small and being evaporated. Water's evaporated from the earth, and we get that condensation, that clouds begin to form and all of that. And so evaporation, condensation, then the rain coming down, precipitation, all of that organized by God. You think about this. That theory of evolution, think about it, that the water cycle would happen by chance, that the water cycle would happen by an explosion happening. We know that's not true. We know that is not, that you don't get order from chaos. And explosions don't bring about creation, they bring about destruction. Explosions don't bring about order, they bring about disorder. And you think even as is described here by Elihu, describing God and how God has designed even the water cycle, and that water cycle being known even way back when this book of Job was being penned, is incredible. He maketh small the drops of water, evaporation. They pour down rain according to the vapor thereof. You see the vapor thereof being that condensation, and then the raindrops coming down. We see even in verse number 29 also, can any understand the spreadings of the clouds or the noise of His tabernacle? Speaking of the clouds in the sky, thunderstorms, who knows those? Who can control those? And the answer is God is the one that controls. God is the one that has organized all of that. And then verse number 30, behold, He spreadeth His light upon it, and covereth the bottom of the sea. And for by Him judgeth He the people. He giveth meat in abundance. With clouds He covereth the light, and commandeth it not to shine by the cloud that cometh betwixt. And we know that clouds, they can block the sun from shining. And in northern Michigan, we see that quite a bit during the winter time as the sun kind of, we would say it disappears from the sky, but it's the cloud that has separated us from the sun shining. And you notice it in the summer times here as man, when the sun's shining, it's warm, and then the clouds come out and you're like, man, that's a little chilly, because it's blocking the heat that comes from the rays of the sun. The noise thereof, verse number 33, speaking of the thunder and so on, the noise thereof showeth concerning it the cattle also concerning the vapor. And so we see how great our God is, even in regards to weather patterns, in regards to the formation of clouds, evaporation, condensation, and that precipitation. And so what a truly incredible God we serve, that he would design such a thing to take care of our planets and to take care of us. And really, you think about that God would care about us. Who are we in comparison to the greatness of God? We're nobody. Who are we as you think about God's creation? Who are we? And to think that God loves us. Truly incredible. All right, we're going to stop there for today at the end of chapter number 36, and we'll look into chapter number 37. Thank you so much for being on. If you haven't hit that share button yet, be sure and hit that share button. Let me greet those who are watching live today. Cliff and Karen, good morning to you. Thank you for being on. Brian and Cindy, have an awesome day. Kim, good morning to you, and thank you for your prayers and praying for you. Hope that you have a great day. Lee and Angie, good morning to you as well, and congratulations to Naomi on her accomplishments there that I saw yesterday. Perry, good morning to you. Thank you for being on today. Dennis and Geraldine, have a great day as well. And Perry, thank you for that second comment there. There can be no exposure without chemicals and no one to mix them. That is correct. And you've got to have, where do the chemicals come from? And you don't get something from nothing. Only God can do that. So thank you, Perry, for that great reminder as well. Lord bless you all. Have an awesome day, and we'll look forward to touching base once again tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the warmth of the sun today, and maybe even that little bit of snow we're supposed to get here in a couple hours as well. Lord bless you all. Have a great day.